Walking 100 kilometers was physically one of the hardest, if not the hardest things I've done in my life. So, of course, I'm doing it again. I signed up for an ultra hiking event in Berlin, and we are in Potsdam right now. The trail will go from Potsdam up to Berlin and back here. It's a loop, and I'm looking forward to this. I don't know Berlin very well. I've been here once, here in Berlin. Look at this magnificent palace here. This is where the start line and the finish line is located. It's an amazing location, really, really impressive. I have to check it out. I will start in an hour or so, but I have to check out this palace. It's incredible. So yeah, this is another event that I signed up for. And it's a different organizer, Mammutmarsch. It's all in the theme of a mammoth. And you can hear them in the background, I think. 24 hours is my time limit. I'm not sure if this organizer also has a fixed limit for 24 hours. I think it's not that strict, but I think 24 hours is doable. And I will, of course, set this challenge for myself. I want to finish this in less than 24 hours. What would be really amazing though, if I could beat the 22 hours, 22 minutes that I had last time. So that would be amazing. I have this little plush mammoth. A lot of people attach these to their backpacks. I think it's a really cute thing to do. Weather is a little bit unstable today, I think, but I'm prepared for everything. I have a factor 50 sunscreen with me and an umbrella for rain if it rains. But I hope it won't.
Ja, da geht's für euch los in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Los, Mammuts! Viel Spaß, bis später!
I have started exactly at 12. Getting dark. I believe it might rain. We're at 4 kilometers or something. That'd be quite early for rain. And it's raining. Too lazy to take out my umbrella. So I think the rain has passed. It wasn't a lot. So that's great. Let's just hope that the weather will stay like this. Temperature is amazing for walking, and it will not be as cold as the last 100-kilometer hike I was on. I think it will go down to 6 degrees at night, which is fine. First aid station. Hi. No food for me. Of course, this is a very small aid station. It is at 6.75 already. Way too early. I only used the restrooms, and now we continue walking through a beautiful garden with a lot of flowers here. It's really pretty. It's a very light rain, on and off, not too bad for now. Hi. So many beautiful buildings here. Most of them from the Prussian era. Berlin used to be actually the capital of Prussia until 1918, World War I. And a lot of Prussian kings had their palaces here in the area. It's quite nice. So we just passed the 10-kilometer sign, and the next 8 stations actually at kilometer 25, which is quite a large gap. But well, let's go. Sorry, can't resist. I wonder how many hikers already petted that cat.
Ordentlicher Schauer. Der zieht vorbei.
Been lucky so far with the weather, although it looks very rainy over there. We're at around 13 kilometers, 87 to go. It's very windy, but it's nice. I like the weather. It's a really nice sightseeing hike so far, which is exactly what I was hoping for, because I really don't know Berlin. I've been here once in 2008, and that was actually only because my plane left from here. So I walked through the city a little bit for like maybe 2 hours, and I didn't see much. So I think it's an excellent opportunity to see more of the city. And it's raining. Apparently for the next 2 hours or so it's going to be a little bit rainy. I so don't want this. It's wind and rain, which is a bad combination. We're waiting out the shower, but it's only one of a series of showers coming toward us. We're in a drought, by the way. Just why? But it's lightening up already. Mir wurden die ganzen Pollen aus der Luft gewaschen.
Ja.
Still raining, not as much, but I think this wasn't the last shower. We're at 18 kilometers and still in the park and forest section. We will walk through a little bit more urban area later on. The showers aren't over, but we have a little bit of sun, which means it's not actually too warm for my jacket. Anyway, we're nearing aid station 2 at 25 kilometers, and I'm now actually looking forward to a break. I want to sit down for a moment, eat something. It has stopped raining for now. I hope it stays dry. We're nearing the first aid station, not the second aid station. The first one was really tiny. I think this is the actual real aid station. I don't know what to expect, but I'm hungry. I need to eat something, should eat something. I usually don't have a lot of appetite on my hikes, but hunger. So I'm gonna force myself to carb load a bit. I don't want to underfuel. I think that's a real danger on a hike like this. I'm not doing this to lose weight or anything like that. I want to reach the finish line, and therefore I need to add fuel. And that'll be carbs, will be chocolate, will be bananas, will be, I don't know, cereal bars or whatever they have. Coke is amazing, actually. Provides not only sugar but also fluids. So you can already see the flags, the yellow flags. Ah, this is cool. So 25 kilometers means that's a quarter. Of course, quarter is not a lot considering, but it's a milestone and it's a good thing. So it's motivating. On my last hike, I had my low at around 37, 38 kilometers. Actually already before that, but at that point I was close to quitting. I hope I can avoid a low this time. The sun isn't shining, so I'm not gonna have too much sun or something, so this is not gonna happen. So it could get too cold. It has actually cooled down after the rain. Not sure what impact that will have on the temperatures tonight. I'm wearing the same thing I did on my other 100-kilometer hike. I have this long arm shirt, my rain jacket, and I also have a hoodie in my backpack for later if it gets colder. I hope that's enough. Yeah, I'm not waiting there. I'm gonna have to forego the food, I guess. I'm gonna get something to drink. Coke. At that aid station I just ate my Snickers that I brought because I didn't want to wait in that line. There are a lot of beautiful lakes here, forests, and at around 40 or so kilometers we're gonna get into the urban section, and I predict that at around 50 or so it will get dark, probably. I expect to be, if I am fast, to be at 50 kilometers at maybe around 9 p.m. That would be 9 hours, would be fast. I think sunset is 9 p.m. Sure. Yes, sunset is exactly 9 p.m. and sunrise is at 5:06. Suppe, okay.
Kannst du noch hinter? Ich bring dir eine mit.
Nee, ich möchte keine Suppe, danke.
Nee, keine Suppe.
Keine Suppe. Ich guck mal, was es noch an Snacks oder irgendwie sowas gibt oder Cola oder sowas.
Wisst ihr, was das für eine Suppe ist?
Kein Schimmer.
Okay, ich gehe mal.
Third aid station. Second bigger aid station at 34 point something kilometers. At 34.5 kilometers. I'm gonna have to eat something the queues aren't as long here. This is really nice. It's a little castle palace thing. So cool. Dankeschön. Stayed there for 25 minutes and that was good. Refueled with some pasta with pesto and cereal bars and all sorts of snacks. It's like 6:25 now. And the next aid station is not far away. It's at 46.4, which is like 12 kilometers from here. So these aren't very far apart. The next aid station will also be the last one before it gets dark, and I think I'm gonna add some layers of clothing because it's gonna get cold. It cools down quite a bit since after the rain. We're at 12 degrees now, and tonight it's still expected to go down no lower than 6 degrees, but that's expected. I don't see any more rain in the forecast, which is amazing and very important. All right, let's head for the next aid station. Ich dachte, wir wären falsch. Because there are two trails today, 100 kilometers and 75. And that sign just there told us that if we only wanted to walk 75, we're on the wrong path. So I just, in my head, I switched what I just read and I thought we're walking the wrong path. We're walking 75. And we took the wrong turn somewhere, but we didn't. The weather is nice, by the way. I like it. It's very good for walking. My feet hurt a little. So it was good that we took a little longer break just now. But the next aid station isn't far away. And that's actually nice to know. So my last 100 kilometer hike, this was about the distance where I had my low and I almost quit, and right now I feel amazing. No low at all. Looking forward to the 50 kilometer mark though. It's kind of a mental thing, like halfway kind of mental thing. From then on it will, I think, mentally be easier but physically harder. 40 kilometers down, 60 more to go, actually 59.9 point something, point whatever. The previous 100 kilometer ultra hike, the 40 kilometer mark really cheered me up because I was just climbing out of a low. So it's also a good mark today. The next aid station is in a couple of kilometers already, 46.4 kilometers, a little over an hour from now. And then there's going to be a long gap between aid stations. And now we had these like 10 to 12 kilometer gaps, but then we will have a 20 kilometer gap. And it's also a rough section because it's the beginning of the night section. The fifth aid station is at 66.9, over 20 kilometers away from the fourth aid station. A lot of interesting landmarks are to come before that though. So we're definitely closing in on the more central area of Berlin, which is great. The track is great. We had some nature and now we'll have some urban sightseeing, and I think it could get pretty in the dark. I'll see if I will film with my GoPro or maybe even with my iPhone, because I think the iPhone is just better at filming in the dark. I don't know. Let's see how I will film the night section. I will test around a bit. I think it worked remarkably well the last time I did that with my phone, but we'll see. That's a very interesting church-ish thing here. I have a new milestone, and that is, I hope it's not too loud here at the road. In my first 100-kilometer hike, I met a milestone, which was walking 1,000 kilometers in 2025. I hit that milestone in that first 100-kilometer ultra hike, and now I just walked kilometer 43, which means in total I walked 1,500 kilometers in 2024. Yeah, I'm already tired. In 2025, 1,500 kilometers. So that means since my last ultra hike, 100-kilometer hike, I walked 500 kilometers. And we'll see if that makes any sort of difference in my fitness today. I think it will. I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't. I guess we'll see.
Ein interessantes Haus.
A yellow subway train.
Ja, fast.
Fast.
Ist was zu essen, oder? Ja, Suppe, alles. Sehr gut.
That was sweet. And now we get the last aid station for a while before the night section. And yeah, let's see what we can get. Pretty cool location, really. So, this is the magical mark. We're now heading towards the night section. The sun is setting. We're, I think, close to 9 p.m. So I'm a little bit slower than expected. I expected to be at 50 at 9 p.m. but it's like 10 to 9 right now. But that's okay. We're at 46 point something, so a little bit more to go until the 50. Stayed at that aid station for 20 minutes. It is now 20:57. Now we're heading toward the government district and some nice landmarks. The sun is setting right now. So my GoPro can't keep up with the lighting anymore, so I'm gonna continue filming with my phone. And at least during the night section it's better, I think. So this was a great highlight, I was looking forward to that. And that also means we're nearing the 50-kilometer mark. And yeah, that will be halfway. But not celebrating yet, so let's get there first. We've reached the government district and it looks really great at night with all the lights and the river. I like this. It's cool. We're halfway, a little over halfway, and that's a significant point because from now on we're counting down, so we have less to go than we have behind us, and that's for mentally that's totally different for some reason. Also, we have these beautiful monuments and buildings here, and it's a fantastic sightseeing trip now, which is exactly what I wanted, because as I said, I don't know Berlin very well yet. It's a great track. We've been walking on these cobblestones for a lot of the trail for the past couple of kilometers, and my feet hurt so bad this time. I'm not sure if it's that or the shoes that I'm wearing, but it's really annoying because other than that everything's super. I had to exchange my old shoes for new ones because the old shoes were falling apart, and unfortunately they don't produce them anymore, I suppose. So I settled for the next best thing, which is the next version. Same brand, but it's just not the same. Well, no choice, right? So we are at 58 or something, 59 kilometers right now, and heading for the next aid station. And I'm hoping that there's gonna be some nice foods. I got a little appetite now. So there's kind of an advantage to doing this in another city. There's no option for me to just give up. No quitting, because I can't go home. So I have no options, no other choice. I have to continue, and that's a good thing. Gonna have to take the train back home tomorrow, and I think it's going to be like a 5-hour trip. I'm gonna be looking for options when I'm at the finish line, because I don't know when I'm gonna reach it. I booked a fast train here, but since I don't know when I'm gonna be at the finish line, when I'm gonna be going home, it's hard for me to book a specific train, which I would have to. I'll see what my options will be. That was aid station number, I think, 5. and stayed there for 27 minutes, a little bit longer. Was to be expected. The later aid stations, you need to like take longer breaks. It's got a little cold now, but mainly I'm just tired right now. My feet hurt and I just want to reach the finish line and be done with it. But there's 34 more kilometers to go. But I think it's doable. I'm confident. I missed the 70 kilometer sign, but at least this means I'm past it. I was waiting for it to come and it just wouldn't. That was a very long, like 4 kilometers. I was waiting for that sign. But yeah, the last aid station is at 82 kilometers. Heading there now. I am so tired. Could just curl up on the floor here and sleep. Oops. I don't think I've ever been this exhausted in my life. I'm not walking alone, by the way. I have company, I found company. A hiking buddy who's really encouraging me. We're encouraging each other, but currently it's me that needs encouragement. Everything feels impossible right now. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to make it to the next aid station, which is just 2 kilometers away. It's insane. Everything feels impossible. I don't know. I hope I'm not going to need a longer break there. I don't want a longer break. I want to reach the finish line. So it's kind of a dilemma. I think what has been draining me is the pain in my feet. I don't think the shoes are all that great. I haven't had this before. It's hard for me to talk, so I haven't been filming a whole lot. We're at almost 80 kilometers. And I want to make it, of course. It's difficult this time. It was difficult the last time for other reasons, but yeah, it's difficult to talk, hard to film. Sorry about that. And we're here. Last aid station, final aid station at 82 kilometers. I need this break so bad right now. It's like I can't take another step. I felt nauseous from exhaustion. On the other hand, I don't want to become too slow because I want to reach the finish line as soon as possible because I want to be done. It's a problem. We stayed at the aid station for 19 minutes, which is actually good. I'm just thinking that no break shorter than a couple of hours would actually really recover us a lot right now, and it's better to try to get to the finish line as fast as possible, and everything else would just delay that. Let's see if that works out for us. 13 kilometers to go. I'm fighting. Have to. Can use the GoPro again. The sun is gonna rise soon. I hit the low point of the hike around the 94-kilometer mark. I had to sit down, my blood pressure crashed, and I thought I might throw up. I had done exactly what I warned myself about earlier. I didn't eat or drink enough. To push through the final stretch, I ate a Snickers, I drank some water, and kept moving. I didn't doubt I'd make it, but I wanted to finish without any more delays. I wanted to beat my previous time by as much as possible, because I knew I could. Compared to my first 100-kilometer hike, I was significantly faster this time, especially in the second half. So in hindsight, it's actually not really surprising it was tougher. In fact, my pace stayed pretty consistent over the second half, with a tiny uptick even over the final 20 kilometers, which I think is really cool. My hiking buddy stuck with me, even though I told him to go ahead. I was slowing him down over the final stretch, but he just wouldn't leave me behind. I'm really grateful for that. Almost there. Can't speak anymore. I have never been this tired in my life. Ever. Every step is a fight. I recognize it's really pretty here, but I don't care anymore.
Danke.
100 Kilometer? 100. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Toll.
Danke.
Das ist schön.
20 Stunden, ja.
Das ist großartig.
Bin nicht die Letzten, ne?
Nein.
Um Gottes Willen.
20 hours and 8 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna do my outro while sitting. This is the medal, it's really pretty. I like it a lot. Yeah, guys, this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this torture tour. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.